Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know how we do things around here. Let's jump right into another deep dive.
Always exciting to get to the heart of things.
Today, the Balkan lynx. An animal, well, shrouded in mystery and, sadly, facing a real crisis.
Absolutely. It's a situation that deserves all the attention it can get.
Less than 50 adults left in the wild. It's a stark statistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Makes you wonder what makes this lynx stand out. Why is this one so critically endangered?
It's not just about the numbers, is it?
No, not at all. It's about understanding this animal, its unique place in the world. What makes the Balkan lynx so special?
Well, this isn't just any lynx. It's a distinct subspecies of the Eurasian lynx, specifically adapted for the Balkan mountains.
Right, and those mountains are pretty unforgiving, right? So what kind of adaptations are we talking about?
From our research, it's fascinating. Their size, for one, smaller than their Eurasian cousins.
So that more compact build helps them navigate the terrain.
Exactly. 70 to 130 centimeters long, weighing 15 to 30 kilos. Agile, powerful, built for those slopes.
I was looking at some pictures, and those black ear tufts are just striking. But are they just for show?
Not at all. Think of them as like high-tech hearing aids almost. Those tufts amplify sound in those dense forests.
Makes sense. You're in a world of limited visibility, got to rely on your other senses.
Precisely. And don't forget those big paws, perfect for gripping onto snow, rock, you name it, really helps them maneuver.
So they're expertly adapted for their environment. But what about their role in that environment? They are top predators, right?
Oh, absolutely. Apex predators, keystone species even.
Which means
Their presence, their very existence, impacts the entire ecosystem. They keep things in balance.
right. I remember reading that they primarily feed on roe deer and chamois.
Those are their staples, yes. But they've been known to take down young wild boar, too. Imagine that strength.
Wow, so it's not all graceful stealth. There's power there, too.
Definitely. But here's the thing. Without the lynx, those prey populations explode.
Too many deer. That doesn't sound so bad.
Think about it. Overgrazing, habitat destruction, it all cascades down. It's a chain reaction impacting every level of the ecosystem.
A stark reminder that everything is connected. And it makes the threats facing the Balkan lynx all the more concerning.
And sadly, there are many. Human activity being a major culprit, of course.
Habitat loss, I imagine, is a big one.
Huge deforestation driven by logging, agriculture, infrastructure development. Their home is shrinking.
And it's not just about space, right? It's about the quality of that remaining habitat, too.
You're absolutely right. It gets fragmented, isolated pockets of lynx populations, and that leads to less genetic diversity.
So they become more susceptible to disease, environmental changes.
Exactly. It's a vicious cycle.
And then, of course, there's hunting and poaching.
Yeah, a persistent threat, hunted for their fur, or sometimes just seen as a threat to livestock.
Even though studies show that's actually pretty rare.
Right. And the problem is compounded by weak law enforcement in some areas. Makes protection a real challenge.
It's a bleak picture. But there are people working hard to change that. Our research mentions the Balkan Lynx Recovery Program. What's their approach?
The BLRP and their partners. They're incredible. Been working since 2006, using camera traps to monitor populations.
That can't be easy with such elusive animals.
It's a massive undertaking, requiring expertise, patience, and dedication. It's not just about counting lynx either. It's about understanding their movements, their behavior, the threats they face.
And I read that community engagement is a big part of their strategy. Why is that so important?
Because conservation can't happen in isolation. They're working with local communities, especially shepherds, to minimize conflict.
So it's about finding ways to coexist.
Exactly. Reducing livestock losses, building trust, and fostering a sense of shared responsibility. It's really inspiring work.
And speaking of inspiring, the research also highlights the importance of protected areas like Mavrovo National Park in North Macedonia.
Right, and Šibenik-Jablanić National Park in Albania. These places offer some of the last best habitats for the lynx.
So they're havens, but it's not enough just to designate them as protected.
No, it requires active management, tackling poaching, sustainable practices, and that crucial community involvement.
It all comes back to that. Awareness, education, it's all vital, isn't it?
Absolutely. Educating people about the Balkan lynx, its role, its beauty, and its struggles, that's where real change begins.
It makes you think.
No.
If a creature as magnificent as this can be pushed to the edge, what does that say about our relationship with nature?
It's a sobering thought, but also a call to action.
because we can all make a difference, even in small ways.
Absolutely. Learning more about the Balkan lynx, supporting conservation efforts, and even making more sustainable choices in our own lives.
It's a ripple effect. Every action counts.
And who knows, maybe one day, thanks to these combined efforts, the Balkan lynx will roam free again.
That's a future worth fighting for. So to our listeners, I encourage you to dig deeper. Learn more about the Balkan lynx, support the organizations working to save it, and be part of the solution.
Because the fate of this incredible animal, like so many others, is in our hands.
That's it for this deep dive. Until next time, stay curious.